who is one of the happiest speakers and very enthusiastic, and he is very supportive in the communication. So let me welcome Toastmasters Kamal to the podium.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Toastmaster of the Day, for this introduction. Fellow Toastmasters, how many of you in Toastmasters more than 6 months? And how many of you delivered his icebreaker? Just now, yeah, you are counted now with us. Great. Now, ma'am, how many months you are in Toastmasters? Amazing, amazing. And sir, who didn't? Yeah.
3 years.
3 years, yeah. You, sir, how many? 3?
6 years.
6 years. Wonderful. 2 months. 2.5 years. 10,000 years. How many years? 7. Wonderful. In each Toastmaster experience, club meetings is a core of this experience, Toastmasters meetings. So without attending your meetings, it doesn't count, even if you are paying your membership. How many of you join gymnasiums? Be a member in gym. How many of you go to the gym? Only one. You go to the gym? Don't say. All of us have the cards at home. At home, okay. So the Toastmasters is like a gymnasium. You can be a member, but to gain the benefits of the program, you have to attend the club meetings. You have to go to the gymnasium. And if you went to the gymnasium, but you don't know about the machines, will you use your membership and your experience efficiently? You're just wondering what are they doing, and you may harm yourself, right? So today, I will explain to you what are the machines of Toastmasters inside the club, the meeting roles and responsibilities. So you can, when you come to that meeting, you know what is the role, how will you do it, and what will you learn from it. Do we agree?
Yes.
You want something else?
No.
Shawarma? Later, downstairs. Who knows this guy? Who doesn't know this guy? Wonderful. 2 only? You know him. So raise your hand. Who doesn't know this guy? Raise his hand. Okay. Dr. Ralph Smedley. He is the guy who founded Toastmasters International in 1924. We are almost 100 years serving the community. When he created the clubs, he had a mission. Why this gymnasium was created? Who knows the mission? Without reading,
to provide supportive environment to learn and improve your skills and access to personal growth.
good reader. Wonderful. And to achieve these missions and to achieve the goal of the gymnasium, he put some machines, the meeting roles and responsibilities. Before we go to the second slide, who can tell me how many meeting roles in the club? 4, 7? Hadi, you are new, so I will not ask you, but you can know. 9? 3 years, you have to know it. Many roles, wow, wonderful. How many roles? Many, how many? Counted from the agenda. That's why Hadi can know the answer. He can come from the agenda.
1, 2, 3, 4.
4.
The word must be in the agenda.
No, how many? The number only. 7. Tell me, Akram. 9. You're still guessing, huh? Okay. How many do we have? Let's count them. A speaker, evaluator, table topic speaker. Toastmaster of the day, table topics master, general evaluator. 6. Timer, grammarian, accounter, vote counter. How many? 10, and they can be more, by the way. Some clubs, they have table topics evaluator. Some clubs, they count the surge of arms when he call the meeting to order. So some people have listening master who can ask a question from the table topics or from the speeches that have been delivered and test the listening skills of the members. So those are the basics, but some clubs add more. Joke master. Some clubs, they have a joke master who can crack a joke at the beginning of the meeting. 1 minute joke master. Okay, what we'll do today is that we will go through one by one and explain what are these roles. And if you have any question, please raise your hand. Bear in mind that I will ask you after each role, what are the skills that the member can hone from taking this role? First of all, the speaker. Like Toastmaster Mirza today, he prepared the speech from his education program, from the manual, and he maybe show it to the mentor, the teacher, then he came here and delivered it. That's the speaker role. Then he will receive evaluation or feedback from the evaluator, reflected on the second speech, and come back again after a few weeks or after 1 week, if he's available, and he will deliver another speech. That's a speaker. Before, he will prepare the speech, and he have to know the evaluator and give the evaluator the evaluation form. Do you know where we can find the evaluation form? Dear Toastmasters. Online where? In Google? In Toastmasters. What do we call this dashboard? Basecamp, right. Basecamp is the dashboard where we can bring out the evaluation form. Wonderful. During the meeting, what we do, we come early to practice, to know where is the stage limit, maybe to practice in front of someone before we deliver the speech during the meeting. We prepare our introduction and give it to the Toastmaster of the day and tell him, this is how you introduce me. Because this introduction have two parts. First, the personal part. Second, hint about the speech. So the Toastmaster of the day can prepare the audience for the coming speech. Listen to others. There is something that may happen while you are waiting other speakers to finish. You are so busy with your speech and you are reading your scripts. Some people do that. So while they are delivering the speech, listen to them. Now in Egypt, they say that whoever studied. No more studying before exam. You just go to the exam, no more reading. Now there is a tip or a trick, we can say, walk confidently. Now maybe you are shivering, you are afraid, but when he calls your name, just walk confident to the stage. Fake it until you make it. Fake the confidence so you can be confident while you are delivering your speech. And believe me, no one will feel that you are hesitant or afraid from delivering your speech, unless you show it to the people. And last thing, while you are waiting your feedback from evaluator, when he delivers his evaluation or her evaluation, listen to them, listen to their opinions. Don't get angry and upset if he or she told you to repeat the speech, or he or she gave you a harsh evaluation. That's his personal opinion only. After the speech, you will ask for more feedback from the people and go to the base camp and finish the second assessment. Without it, you cannot say you finished the project. Now, what can we learn from this role? Aside of public speaking, don't say that public speaking. What can we learn from this role? Confidence. Communication skills. Stage fear. You will learn stage fear. Wonderful. Okay, we can learn planning, to plan our speech, to schedule it and plan how to prepare it,
Express our thoughts.
to express our thoughts, right? And also time management, to organize. Yeah, you said something. No. So, plus what you said, we have also time management, planning, and in general, public speaking. Whenever you deliver, you are getting stronger to deliver a speech in front of larger audience. The second role, evaluator, like DTM Cecil. She will evaluate after a few minutes Toastmaster makes a speech. Before the meeting, the evaluator should know the project that he or she will evaluate, either from the speaker himself or from base camp. Go back to the base camp and know what is the goal of this speech. To review the evaluation technique. What are the evaluation techniques we have? Sandwich is the most popular, not to eat it, but to deliver it. So you can praise, then, yes, praise, recommend, then praise again. So it's like there are some techniques in delivering your feedback or your evaluation to the others. Where can we find these techniques? We can find it in a project called Evaluation and Feedback. It's in level 1 in Pathways. Pathways, by the way, is the education program of Toastmasters. When you join, you will receive or you will be directed to a certain path where you can take speech by speech, manual by manual, and learn more skills through this path. So what we call it pathways. And you need to know sometimes what are the speaker's requests, especially in the advanced level. Like for example, Munir maybe wants to enhance the voice modulation in his speeches. So he will go to the evaluator or the evaluator will go to him. Please focus on this particular skill and give me your opinion after the speech. Now, during the speech, listen to the speech, of course, record your notes, and while delivering it, you need to encourage them and mention the area of improvement and evaluate the speech, not the speaker. Only the speech, not the speaker. After you talk to the speaker, give him more feedback, more points to improve, because on the stage, you have 2 minutes only. So you will mention only 1 or 2 points maximum to improve. But after the meeting, you can mention all the points that you noticed, how he can improve himself. Okay, what can we learn from the evaluator role? Observation skills. Listening skills.
Communication.
What will you learn? Communication.
Positively telling the others what they did or what they are.
Feedback.
Feedback.
How you will give your feedback. Okay. Listening, critical thinking, providing feedback, how to motivate others, and that's enough. But you will learn more by doing the evaluation in your meetings. Toastmaster. Who is the Toastmaster of the day today in our meeting? Akram. We call him Toastmaster of the day or Toastmaster of the evening. Some lazy people say Team OD, which is the abbreviation of Toastmaster of the day. They call it Team OD. Toastmaster, he is the host of the meeting. He will take care of the meeting and the transition between the sessions. So he is responsible of leading the meeting, introducing the speakers, introducing the session leaders. Very critical role in handling the meeting and setting the tone of it. What he will do before, first of all, and the most critical role is to gather the information of the introduction. Like Akram today, I expected that he went before the meeting, he went to Mirza, I called him, give me your introduction, how will I introduce you? Okay? So he will prepare a script of the introduction. Prepare to speak about the theme, like he did today. Wonderfully spoke about the theme of the meeting today. He gave example and he engaged the others also. And the script. Script at the beginning, especially in your first few times as a Toastmaster of the day, prepare your script. Read from it. There is no harm. But the most important thing is you need to come here prepared to deliver your sessions through the Toastmaster of the Day role. During the meeting, you need to arrive early. Why? It's very important to arrive early to confirm the role takers, to see who is present, who is absent. Okay? And who is absent, you need to find a replacement for the role that he took. Preside with energy because you are the king, you are the host of the meeting. So if you are sleepy or hesitant or afraid, the people will sleep and maybe they will leave. But you have to be energetic while you are leading that meeting. And lastly, maintain the given time slots. The time slots is mentioned in the agenda, so you have to maintain to keep everything on the scheduled time. After, ask for the time report for the speakers. If we have 2 or 4 speakers, we need to ask the timer how many, who are the speakers who are qualified for the voting, so we can vote for the best speaker of the meeting. That's the Toastmaster. Any question about that? What can we learn from this role?
What is the actual title of Toastmaster?
As per TMI, Toastmaster. This is the title in the books. Yeah. Toastmaster. Yeah, we call it like that, but in the reference in the books, it's Toastmaster. Yes. Topics Master is the official name. What can we learn from this role? It's a big role, by the way. Time management. Huh? How to engage people, that's important. Organizing. Creativity. Coordination. You need to plan to increase the confidence. Coordination. Hosting events. Because this is like a skill, you are preparing yourself. Some people, when they got confident with this role, they went and they became paid MC, paid host. Yes, like Muhammad Kahtan. He goes to events, they pay him to be the host. Huh? After 10 years from now, you can. How to facilitate time management listening. Speaking about time management, how many minutes remaining to me? 30 minutes more. Okay. So in Toastmasters of the Day, there is a lot of skills that we can hone. Topic Master, or what we call it, Table Topics Master. The Table Topics Master is the host of the Table Topics session. What is the Table Topics for Hadi? Yes, exactly. It seems Mirza explained it to you well. Thank you. So table topic session is a question that will deliver or ask the victim, the speaker, and he will deliver a speech impromptu from 1 to 2 minutes. The guy who will ask the question is the table topics master. What should he do before the meeting? To know the meeting theme, because he will prepare the questions. You have doubt? What is the doubt? That means what?
I'm a smart guy.
Ah.
I know the theme, so I can make up all things I can do. So I'm not an impromptu person.
But will you know the questions? But you will know the question itself that you will answer. It's related to the theme. But how many minutes you will spend to read about the theme to cover all the expected questions?
As a smart guy, all the theme, I prepare my mindset, two big stories, I tell this story on this topic. You can connect to it.
Wonderful. But you will not prepare the speech. You will prepare your thoughts.
Thoughts, mind mapping, or all I will organize. So I know very well, hey, it's Independence Day. I'll do my homework on Independence Day of India and keep it ready for us.
Wonderful. The trick here that you will not know the question, you will not prepare in advance the speech. Still, even if you prepared yourself, you cannot arrange or organize the speech in advance. You will still wait the question which may not relate to that theme. And if it is related to the theme, but you don't know that still what is the question. Maybe the guy will ask you Independence Day of Saudi Arabia. So what will you do? Impromptu. And if he asks you Independence Day of India, maybe he will ask you, tell me your experience when you were 5 years old about Independence Day. Did you prepare yourself for this? Who knows? Who knows? So the recommendation is, there is no rule for that. But the recommendation is that the table topics or the questions be related to the theme. If you don't want to do it, you want to go advanced, you're free, of course. Okay, now prepare the topics and set the picking scenario. It's either you can just say the name, come here and deliver a speech, or to listen to the question, or you just pick from the papers, draw the names, or you can be creative in that, how you can pick the questions. Now, during the club meeting, you need to prepare a list of speakers if you want, or you leave it for the people to volunteer. Some clubs do this and other clubs do that. State the table topics purpose. So the coming table topics session master, he will say, what is the purpose of table topics? To explain it, especially for the new members and the guests. And then you state the question, then select the speaker. Or select the speaker, then tell him the question. Which one do you prefer? Question first before the speaker or the speaker before the question? Huh? Speaker before the question. Question before the speaker. Munir. I have 10 minutes more. So question before the speaker. Sir, 3 years in Toastmasters, so you had experience with table topics. Question before the speaker. I mean that he will ask a question, then he will call for the speaker. Do you prefer that? Or he will call you, then he will ask you the question? The easy way. The easy way. Ask the question, then ask for the speaker. That's the easy way. But if you are willing to win contests, this is not the scenario. In the contest, they will call you, then they will ask you the question. Most of the time, what?
It's a nightmare for many speakers.
It's in all over the world, by the way. All over the world, the people or the Toastmasters, they get afraid from table topics. That's international fear. After, you ask the timer report for who is qualified to be the best table topics speaker. Now, what do we learn from this role? Again, creativity. Creativity, first one. Facilitating, planning, time management, listening. Why listening? Because the table topics master, he can summarize the speech of the speaker after each speech. And by the way, there is a project called effective listening in pathways, active listening, and the requirement there to be table topics master. What I remember is table topics master, and they emphasize there that you keep commenting on the speech after the speech, summarizing it to prove that you listen to the speech. Okay, let's run to the general evaluator. Each question from you by 5 minutes extension. Yes, that's what mentioned. Yeah, that's exactly. And that, and the purpose you include that. What is the question all about? You want the brief about the table topics, how to select the questions. Okay, what Toastmaster, distinguished Toastmaster Munir says here that when you are table topics master, don't complicate the life. It's complicated already. So when you have questions, select easy questions, not that much easier. I say, what is your name? But questions that can be answered. Don't be philosophical and complicate the life to the speaker. Select easy and simple questions.
We expect him in the competition also.
No way. We go for the general evaluator. General evaluator will be leading the evaluation session. Evaluation session is the third session of the meeting. Okay? Before, to confirm the team. What is the team that he will be confirming? Meeting functionaries and evaluators. Two sections or two sub-teams under the umbrella of the general evaluation. The meeting functionaries, some clubs they call them meeting leaders, and the evaluators. Guide the evaluators. Tell them that your role is to give the feedback in a positive way. Focus on this criteria. Focus on being encouraging or encourage the speaker. And don't make it personal to the speaker. So the general evaluator will be like a guide for the evaluators. In case there is divorce happened, he can be the mediator. To connect them. Yeah. Usually what happens is the VP education will do that. Because the VP education, he brings the evaluator. Yeah. Now, in the meeting, you confirm that all of them are available and they know their role. Then you need to assure that everyone knows his role and ready for it. And brief the audience about evaluation. Take notes. Who is the general evaluator today? You will find a lot of notes he will deliver in his session. He's already writing his notes. Evaluate the leaders. So he can evaluate the Toastmaster of the day. He can evaluate the table topics master. He will evaluate the leaders of the meeting. Okay, and ask for reports of the meeting leaders and give general evaluation about the meeting. Where is the banner? Is it located good? Did we start on time? The ambience, the number of people, the performance. He will give his feedback about it. After the meeting, he will ask the timer for the best evaluator and the best meeting leader. Some clubs, they don't do the best meeting leader, but best evaluator, usually all the clubs do. What can we learn from this role? Writing skills, observation, huh? Coordination, listening, communication, because you have a team, you need to communicate with the team. Huh? Evaluating, of course, basics. Huh? Coordinate, focusing, yes, to focus throughout the meeting. Mentoring, also one of the things that we didn't mention, giving feedback, and plus all what you mentioned today. Now, let's go for the timer. Our timer today. I will talk about it in a good way, so extend 5 more minutes. Okay, the timer, as he briefed you, he will be responsible of giving or guiding you as speakers and meeting segments, leaders, about your time frame by green, yellow, and red. So what should he do before the meeting? to familiarize himself with the script, that he will brief from it about the role, and to know about the equipment. You are a rich club that have signals. My club is very poor. We use cars. So whatever the system you have, you need as a timer to familiarize yourself with it. And during the meeting, you need to know the timing requirement from the speakers, from the table topics, and the evaluators. And you need to know if the speakers have specific timing requirement. Some speeches have advanced calculation for timing. I will not go into details in that. Okay, and you need to monitor the agenda to be inconsistent with the agenda. Record the meeting, record the timing, and announce it near the end of the meeting. Easy? Did we all did the timer before? Why? First meeting. After, you will return back the timing equipment. Don't take it home with you. Okay. And hand over the report to the club secretary. What can we learn from this nice role of being a timer? Again, observation, yes. Recording, management, concentration, yes. You know that when I be a timer, oh my God, it's a nightmare. Especially if the speaker is good and I forget to start the timer. And oh my God, what will happen now? Yes, to be alert, yeah. So listening, multitasking, you have to listen, you have to use the timing device, you have to write. So multitasking is one of the wonderful skills we learn from here. Responsibility, sense of responsibility is very important while you are a timer, and coordination and preparation. Now, grammarian, who is our grammarian today? Oh my God, you can notice how many words and how many phrases she wrote today. Don't mention my name. Before, to select the word of the day in case she, the grammarian, is a word master also. Some clubs, they have two separate roles, others, they merge them together. Collect the script and inform the VP education of the word of the day. Some clubs, the grammarian who choose the word of the day. Others, the VP education choose. What do Kohinoor do here? VP education. Wonderful. That's the recommended. Now, as she did wonderfully today to explain about the word of the day and give some examples, take notes as she's doing. You keep taking notes about the good usage of language and the misuse of grammar and words, and then state the report at the end of the meeting. Hand over after the meeting the report to the club secretary. Now, what can we learn from grammarian? Yes, listening, focus, right? Learning new words. Now, after she will deliver a report. Now she can say that Samuel was so horrible while he's delivering his education session. His English is so bad. She can say that. Or she can say that I heard someone saying he instead of she. I suggest to use she instead of he. So in a way, she can give a constructive feedback without harming Samuel or the speaker. So giving feedback is one of the important skills from this role, plus the language, of course. The A counter, the silent A counter today. You have to ring the bell. Okay, before you know the script. You correct the script that you will mention, you will read from it, then you will collect the log. Where is the paper that you have to write? Okay, and you need to explain the role as you did today. Listen and take notes of the ahs and ums. Like today, I heard the president saying maybe 5 ahs, but the bill was silent. The speaker, he said 4 ahs, but where is the bill? And then at the end, you will deliver your role. What is the thing that we'll learn? Because of the time. Okay, the vote counter. Counting, right. It's a simple role, but very exciting because it will help, it will motivate the others to enhance their performance, to be the better speaker or better evaluator or better meeting leader. There are other roles, by the way, in other clubs. Joke master, as Toastmaster Munir said, we have listening master, word master. Some people have parliamentarian. What's the role of the parliamentarian? To help the club move or run through a parliamentary procedures in the right procedures. And very important point. Do you know that club meeting have two main sections? All what we mentioned today is under one section only, which we call it the education meeting. But there is another part. What do we call it? Business meeting. Usually it's either at the beginning of the meeting or at the end, where we install officers and induct new members or give announcements of the club meetings or events. That's always called business meeting and always being presided by the presiding officer, usually the president of the club. The parliamentarian here, he will take care that these procedures are going through the right way. Now, if you want to know more about the roles, this is the book. It's called A Toastmaster Wears Many Hats. It's in Toastmasters website. You can read a lot of it, read all the roles there so you can familiarize yourself with it. Is there any question? I can say that I ended the workshop. I hope that you enjoyed it. I enjoyed actually talk about the basics of Toastmasters, and I hope that I shared something valuable. Yes, sir.
India, initially only general evaluation
What?
general evaluation is also introduced before the prize. Every role there, the side officer,
Yes, we do that in our club.
general evaluators, most of the clubs there is you and few clubs here also. But up to that part, do the evaluation of the general, then and there, like Southern Towns.
Ah, okay.
Up to that,
Ah, you mean the general evaluation? Yes, what we do in Toast of Comsophield, what we do there, actually it was like others, but we added or we did this twist and said since the general evaluator is the team leader of the evaluators and the meeting leaders, let him introduce them. So the Toastmaster of the day, at the beginning of the meeting, he bring the general evaluator to the stage and he introduced the meeting leaders and introduced the concept of evaluation. Then he will go back to the seat. And then he come back near the end of the meeting and handle the evaluation session. That's what we do, and actually that's more logic. Yes.
recognizing the, like, the slide it shows that, like, winner of speakers and road evaluators and road.
Ah,
We recognize the general evaluators or CTA only. Here we are
in my club, the president. The president recognizes all the winners, not the Toastmaster or the general evaluator, because both of them are one of those candidates to win the award of the best segment host. So they cannot be on the stage. So the president do that.
what we do